The LEGO group challenged me to find the fastest, most creative, and best looking... Wait, how'd that clip get in there? That's better. Best looking builds using the brand new Machinist summer event builds, and the community did not disappoint. I asked my Discord server every single day to submit custom build designs using only the Machinist build parts. And after hundreds of submissions, I narrowed it down to my top 5 builds, which all happened to be made by me. Just kidding. You guys know I'm not that great of a builder. Different members of the LEGO Fortnite community joined my world to build their custom vehicles. Even community members like the Modernist and the Engineer with incredible designs, but they didn't do too well on the loot. They're going to hate me for showing these clips. And after dozens and dozens of players placed their creations in my world, I selected my favorite builds. From Kyle's motorcycle build to Mecha Dry's unique build, all the way through Venom's Back to the Future model, Den's Fire Rod, Tutiyu's tank, to Macmo's wide body racer. We had one of the most diverse set of builds I could find. But winning a build contest isn't all that these players needed to do. The custom vehicles that they created needed to compete in a race around the Crafty 500 racetrack, which features 2 loops, a Daft Punk tunnel, a beautiful skyline, and a lot of ramps to jump. So yeah, your vehicle may be cool, but how can it do on my racetrack? Thanks to the LEGO group for sponsoring today's video. Let's test the LEGO group and all of you viewers by having you comment who you think is going to win today's race. Now, if you're late to the party, every single day, the Machinist is visiting our worlds to give us brand new build parts. From July 16th to August 13th, you're able to sign in to receive new parts every single day so that you can create some of your own custom builds. Now, before I could send all of the racers onto the track, I had to test it out myself to make sure that you were able to go through everything. The ramps I hit with no problem. The loops were a ton of fun and I handled them very nicely. I picked up a ton of speed, nailed the second loop, entered into the Daft Punk tunnel, and finished the race very easily. But how are these more unique builds going to do? Before I could have the real racers go, I brought in Miller King and a few more friends to test out the track with their own builds, just to see exactly how the track would go. And at first, everything looked great. Miller King's car lasted very well, but then it got to the loop, and everything fell apart from there. So this is where things are tricky. Do I change the loop, or do I keep it difficult for everybody that's racing? I gave Miller King and the others another lap to go around the track, just to see if they learned from the first time. And they did. This time they hit the loop with absolutely no problem, telling me that if I could just have the racers practice, they may be able to go through and keep this extremely competitive. So I brought in the real racers, the winning racers, to test out the track for the first time with a nice little test run. And what we found was the motorcycle got stuck pretty much once we started. The big tank almost jumped off the track a few times. And when we got to the loop-de-loop, we really got to see what cars were built for a race, as we saw one flying and others really hardly even get to that point in the track. And if you're wondering about that very big, unique build, well, he got pushed off the track by another racer, got stuck in between the track, and he just was kind of stuck trying to ride along like this. So now it's time to do the actual race. And what we found out was that the unique build needed to start early, and that's because they didn't fit under the Crafty 500 sign. For the rest of the racers, they got to start late. It didn't stop any of them from picking up a lot of speed and making it through the track very quickly. A lot of them now knew exactly how to hit these loops, not only landing the first one very well, but doing the second one quickly too. This really led to the laps getting done very quickly, so fast that I couldn't even grab footage of every single one of them going through. So I did what anybody would do, and I tried to grab some footage from the players. And what I was able to do was grab Kyle's footage, who built the very unique motorcycle. And while I did speed this clip up, you can see he did this track so well. And I'll tell you, his motorcycle was not very easy to control, but going over the loops, hitting the bumps, and being able to steer, even though he only had these two vehicles, went extremely well for him. We now have our first place winner, who is Mac Mouse, and he went and had first place through the entire race. Whether it was the test lap or the real race, there was never a point where he went into second or third place. He was in first and he maintained that the entire time. This wide body build seemed to be a little bit bigger, a little bit heavier, but maintained the track very well. Every single time he hit the loops, the tires hugged directly onto those ramps, allowing him to go through them extremely easily. He had the perfect amount of speed when going over those ramps, and because of that, he was able to hold first place the entire time and ended up winning this event. So a huge shout out to every single one of our racers today, but especially to our top three. In third place was Tutu, second place was Kyle, and then first place was Macu Mouse. But the shoutouts don't end there, because this video was not possible without a few very important people. I want to give a huge shout out to Villager Joe and Creative Phoenix, who helped me build this entire track. The only reason why this video happened was because of them spending countless hours helping me build every single part of this. I want to give a huge shout out to the Modernist for posting a video showcasing how to build the vehicle garage. It was the perfect place to fit directly in the middle of this build, allowing for players to place down their vehicles. And a final shout out to the Lego group for asking me to create a community event with every single one of you guys to put together something special. I took a look in the Discord server and over 270 builds were submitted in the last 3 weeks. That may be one of the biggest or largest build contests that has ever been put on. And so many of you joined into my world and placed down your builds in here. So I want to thank the Lego group, but also the entire community for putting together all of their custom builds, bringing them into my world, or just placing them down inside of the Discord. I hope that every single one of you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more community themed videos like this, let me know down in the comment section below. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, guys, this was Crafty, and I'm out. Peace.